guess tell me, if you're trying to convince someone to go and drive for Walmart Spark, what do you tell them? What should they know and why should they sign up?
Yeah, I would say like at a baseline, right? And you've been in this gig space for quite
Hmm.
a while. A lot of platforms do, but I would say like we go above and beyond to offer the flexibility, the convenience, and sort of the reliability in work. And I talked about some of these right now, right? You can, from a flexibility standpoint, you can go online and offline anytime you want
Mm.
and work. You can do it in between other jobs. You can do it while you're sort of dropping your kids off. We actually hear some of our drivers do. It's very simple and convenient for us. As I mentioned, it's not as complicated as some other jobs that they might be doing. Actually, a gig work job that we do, especially this curbside delivery, just go enter the parking
Yeah,
bay, take a delivery, and go and deliver.
got
I
it.
think the last thing is just in terms of making an that extra income. We're very proud of like the competitive earnings drivers can make
Hmm.
on the platform. We're a growing platform. There's actually more cities, more types of work we'll be doing, but we're happy with sort of how much our drivers make, and we're consistently hearing feedback in some markets, especially where drivers are happy about, and they make YouTube videos, they make posts about
Yeah.
running on the platform. So we're pretty happy about that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think I've seen a number of cool videos, day in the life of a Walmart Spark driver and how much drivers were earning. So, we've seen those on YouTube. Maybe we'll link to a couple in the show notes. But that does bring me to the number one question that gig drivers always ask is how much can Walmart Spark drivers make?
Yeah, we don't publish hourly income numbers or so right
Hmm.
now. So, but I'll just come back to is I think we hear that feedback, and as you also go online, you can see that drivers are making very competitive earnings on the platform. But we haven't yet published official numbers yet.
Got it. So when you talk about earnings, they are, are you trying to have them earn, as much as the competitors, more than the competitors? And I guess also the reliability factor, because I think that's the thing that we hear with gig work, right? If you go to one of the big platforms, especially in a top tier city, you're always busy. You may not get paid as much as you like, but you're always busy. So I guess how do you think about that pay and reliability and, how busy drivers are?
Yeah, a couple of things I'll mention here. I think another unique advantage, right, as being part of Walmart, is that we're not sort of a middleman here in between,
Hmm.
unlike some other platforms who are sort of taking their own commission or profit
Yeah.
between delivery and what the driver makes. We try to ensure our drivers are making as much as possible because we don't have a vested interest here. We try to ensure they can maximize their earnings, and there's no middleman here, technically.
Hmm.
And because of that reason, we're confident drivers make more money than they would in another platform where there's a commission in between. In
Got it.
terms of reliability, I think that's where we have a very strong position. The amount of work a Walmart store does, the amount of online orders, delivery orders that are
Yeah.
consistently going out every day gives a certain base level of consistency to our drivers. And that's what drivers come back to us and tell us they're most happy about.
Yeah. So you mentioned the flexibility aspect. When we survey drivers and, over the thousands of drivers we've surveyed over the years, the two things that they consistently say they care most about are earnings and flexibility. And one thing that drivers aren't the biggest fans of when it comes to food delivery, especially and, in the last mile delivery space, is a lot of services require you to schedule shifts, right? So, there's peak demand times for lunch and dinner and, Tuesday at 2 or 3 p.m. isn't so busy. So they don't often allow drivers to just log on whenever and wherever. It sounds like you guys don't do that. You can log on whenever, wherever you want. And is that because there's just, the volume, the peaks are kind of, or I guess the volume is pretty spread out evenly throughout the day?
And that's exactly right. I think unlike maybe food delivery, where it's only on certain times of day there's deliveries happening, retail delivery, getting an electronic item delivered, getting food delivered, getting apparel delivered is happening all day across. So we, like, I would say there are definitely peaks and valleys, if you say,
Hmm.
but
Yeah,
we don't go through the same peaks and valleys as some of the other rideshare food
got it.
delivery platforms go through. Retail is pretty much throughout the day.
Got it. And so you mentioned a few different types of earning opportunities for Walmart Spark drivers, the curbside delivery, the shop and deliver, the unscheduled delivery, and I think the return pickup were the four that you mentioned. What are the majority of orders? If I log on, if I go online as a Walmart Spark driver, what's the sort of most common order? And, maybe walk me through like what an actual delivery like that what would it entail for me?
Yeah, I think I'll start off by saying it's different for each market. There are some
Hmm.
markets where a certain type of
Got
deliveries,
it.
the other types of deliveries. There are markets where we actually do a lot of shop and deliveries. There are
Hmm.
markets where we rarely do it. But the initial concept that we started off with was the simple curbside delivery, and that's still the majority as we started off with it. And it's a simple process. Like if you're a driver, I would say the step one is you go online. As you go online, we match you to the best offer based on your location and your prior history and other parameters, and we give you a certain offer. If you like that, pay. And if you like, and we'll give you all the details, right, from what's in the order, the details of the items, etc. If you want to take in, if the pay is good for you, you accept it. You go to the store, you check in at a certain parking bay number, and an associate will come out and give you that order. And that's it. Like from the moment you've gotten that order, you go out and deliver it. We try to keep it as simple as possible, so anyone can do it without any required sort of resources or required effort to learn something about delivery.